Hello guys, welcome to my channel where we make videos that cover all you need to know about medical doctors and medical students. If you're new to this channel, please do well by subscribing and turn on the bell notification so you don't miss my new videos which I drop every week. And to my returning subscribers, thank you very much, and I really appreciate you for coming once again to view my videos. I must apologize for my absence last week. It's something that I could have avoided. The YouTubers know what I'm supposed to do, but then I didn't do it, and then I fell ill. Unfortunately, couldn't release any video last week. I really apologize. I will ensure that this doesn't happen again, irrespective of what may come up. In today's video, we're going to talk about 7 things that could make you not get a visa. The first 6 things are things that are tied to you. You're responsible for them. They're mistakes or errors that come from your side. However, the 7th reason for that is something that's not really your fault. That's why it's important for you to know what it is and avoid it. So let's dive into today's video. Generally, the first thing you have to note is that no country will grant you visa if they wouldn't benefit from you coming to the country. Countries are not like charity organizations that just grant visa. So your visa has to be something that is going to benefit them, and they have to have the proof that allowing to enter the country would not be something that will harm them in the long course. In my earlier video where I give the general tips, if you've not watched, the link is above. You can just watch it, or you can watch it after this video. I say the visa is an official permit to come into a country. So if they are not convinced that you're coming into the country is going to benefit them, or if they're convinced that them allowing you to come into the country is going to be detrimental to them, they wouldn't grant you this visa at all. So please note that these reasons that I'm giving are reasons that actually disprove that you coming in is going to be beneficial to them, or you coming in is going to harm them in any way. Then another thing is that a lot of people actually run into countries, especially if you're moving from developing countries, you're being suspected to be someone that wants to immigrate. The more you prove that you would likely go back home, you're just coming for a temporary reason, something that is beneficial to them too, in terms of economy, in terms of development and other things, they will easily grant the visa to you. But when they see that this person has many red flags, they wouldn't grant you the visa. The first reason that could make you visa requests not to be granted is just simple application errors. So in the course of maybe applying, there are some certain things that are demanded or are requested, which I would advise you check. They are specific to each country, so you should be very thorough with them. When we come to the specific videos, I will try as much as possible to give you the details on how to do those things, and you can also scout online to see what is being requested. The first could be wrong or mismatching information. What you feel and other information, maybe your documents are not having, or they are having clash of information, they are not rhyming. It could make you lose your visa request. So please ensure that whichever information you are filling in the visa application form, make sure it's rhyming with all the documents. Make sure the years, the numbers, the names, everything is rhyming, because these things will be cross-checked. So you don't use 4 names in one and then there are 3 names in your document. Ensure that every information you're going to drop rhymes. That's the first technicalities that could make you lose. The second thing is you might use the wrong passports. Usually standard passports, if you're looking upright and the background should be white or a particular color. White are the ones that fly, so please ensure you have a passport with a white background. Make sure both ears are showing, you are not having any glasses or any serious makeup, and don't smile. Thank you. I would advise that you take the passport photograph that's closer to your age too, so you don't just go and use a passport photograph that is something that you are taking 10 years ago. Make sure it's recent. The next could be that you provide false or missing documents. Please know what is needed and provide them. If one document is missing, or if one document is not rhyming with whatever you had applied, it will be rejected. So ensure that all your documents, everything you need, is there.
These documents could be maybe your employment letter or your admission letter if you're a student, or letter of sponsorship. Ensure everything is there with the details being needed, your birth certificate, your passport, everything you need. Ensure that they're there, they are rhyming. Very important.
Please note that some countries will demand that while you're applying for your visa, you also submit your social media handles. I mean, so social media names and the rest. Some might ask for it, some wouldn't, but just know that quite a lot of countries go through your social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatsoever. They check your activities to see if there are some controversies also, and that could make you also ineligible. So please mind what you post on the social media. It could likely make you ineligible. If you are a controversial person, please take note. Just mind what you post.
Another thing too you have to ensure is that your passport, the passport you're using, ensure that it's valid. Many passports that are close 6 months close to expiration are not considered. So please ensure that your passport is not expired, or if it's close to expiry, renew it. Some might have damaged passports, or the passport does not have enough blank pages to be filled. Please ensure your passport is fine, is okay, or else you would not even be considered. That passport is very important too. The second reason will be health reasons. There are some certain health conditions that will not allow your visa request to be granted, because note that these countries are protecting their citizens first. Their citizens come before you. So if you're carrying any health condition that will pose a risk to them, they wouldn't allow you inside. So communicable diseases like the one we know, COVID-19, Ebola, Lassa, yellow fever, infectious diseases like tuberculosis, smallpox are cases that wouldn't allow you to be in the country. And another reason they wouldn't allow you in is if you were sick in such a way that your health management, because they would manage you. If your health condition is something that will be expensive, maybe advanced diseases like kidney diseases, heart failure, liver cancer, all these kind of conditions, they wouldn't allow you. So if you have a debilitating illness or health condition, it usually makes you ineligible too. Then another reason, there are some countries that prevent you, like when you have HIV or hepatitis. Some countries listed on the screen don't allow you to come into their countries. However, most countries don't have problems with HIV or hepatitis. For the HIV, you have to show that you are on antiretroviral drugs or antiretroviral therapies and you're consistent. If you have HIV and you want to travel, make sure you're consistent in them. These people know how to investigate and get whatever they want to get. Then if you have any form of impairment that will make you have to walk, maybe if you're impaired in any way, like you couldn't perform physically, you also have some mental issues, especially those that tilt towards violent outbursts too, will make you quite ineligible. The third reason that could make the request not to be granted will be if you have a past criminal record, especially if you've not been cleared, because one of the requirements is a police report or a statement of character. So if you have any criminal records too, it will be quite difficult for you to get a visa. Please know this. If you don't have, please be clean, avoid the life of crime. Then the fourth reason will be if you have a suspicious bank statement or bank report, and this will come maybe there are some certain shady transfer like bulk transfer or bulk deposit, and then maybe you're tied to some terrorist group. So be careful with your bank account. The fifth reason is closely tied to the fourth reason, is lack of proof of stay coverage. As while you're there, while it depends on the time you're going to be there, you should prove that you're able to stay there. You'll be able to take care of yourself while you're there. Nobody wants a liability. As I said, if you cannot take care of yourself, it's easier for the difficulty to make you enter the life of crime. So please ensure that you can prove to them, at least from your account statement too. So if you're insured, show the insurance that's covering it. If there's a sponsor, show that it's covering that one too, please. Or else it will be bounced. They won't go consider it. Bone whatever English you're going to speak, forget it. You wouldn't be considered. This is very serious. The next one affects those that travel often. So if you have a previous suspicious travel record, maybe you traveled before and then there's something shady, your visa has been granted, you didn't go and you didn't clearly state why, especially if you're returning to the same country, something that will be proved. So please ensure you travel. How will I say, righteously. Prevent any stain. There should be a time you entered and you were clear. There should be a time you exited and you were clear. There's nothing. They check all of these things too. Then the seventh and the last reason, as I had said earlier, is something that has to do with the people that bring you into the country. That means if you're getting employed, your employer maybe is not recognized. It's an institution that is not recognized by the government, so you wouldn't even be allowed. So it goes beyond just getting admission or getting work or getting a sponsor. If these people are not recognized or do not meet the required criteria, you're not getting anything. So if your employer, if you're getting a work visa, if your employer is not someone recognized or an institution recognized by the government, they won't grant the visa to you. If the school too is not recognized by the government or approved by the government, you will not be granted the visa. If your sponsor too is not somebody recognized by the government, that means the person is a legal resident or citizen in the country, you will not be recognized too. So please ensure that all this, while you're getting the admission, while you're getting the employment, while someone is standing as your sponsor, the person is legit, or else it will be bounced. Then another thing is that for the employers too, there are some labor market requirements. They have to ensure that they meet it first before any company even before any company employs any citizen. They should have advertised this position to the citizens first. And if they're able to prove that they had advertised first, then the government usually allows for experts or immigrants to take the job. So please, whichever company you're going into should be a company that had already met that particular requirement. The same goes for the school too. They want that their citizens are being admitted to. So that one is very important, and your sponsor too is legit, or else you'll be bounced. So that's all for the things that will make you ineligible for a visa. Which one really helped you? Where did you get your eureka moment? Which one did you think it was really not there for you, didn't sink in? What did I miss? Please let me know in the comment section. I really look forward to your comments. It helps me interact with you people better. If you're new, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you don't miss my new videos. I usually do these videos every Tuesdays, so please turn on the bell notification so you don't miss them. In the next video, I'll start talking about specific requirements for different countries. Thank you.